Hey book buddies, and welcome back to another episode of Sarah's Reviewing Books. And in this episode I'm going to be talking about Let the Sky Fall by Shannon Messenger, which is the first book in the Skyfall trilogy. And I don't actually have the physical book for it because I listened to it as an audiobook. This is the first audiobook that I listened to this year in its entirety. BookTok kind of won me over with the audiobooks, and honestly I haven't listened to an audiobook since like mid 2010 sometime, when I was on a train going between London and Newcastle upon Tyne. I did not expect to love this book as much as I ended up loving it. This was a fantastic book. I really enjoyed it. I was sitting at my computer at work trying my hardest not to laugh out loud so many times throughout this book. Like there were some lines in there and they got me giggling. I really enjoyed it. I loved the whole kind of like wind magic in it, new kind of fantasy beings that were in it, and I really enjoyed the characters, and I enjoyed the people who were like reading it, because like part of an audiobook, right? That's part of the experience. It was quite a predictable story, like especially if you're somebody that's read quite a lot of YA contemporary fantasy, you will work out what's gonna happen in it. But it didn't annoy me in this book. Sometimes that can be really annoying, but it didn't bother me at all. I also liked the fact that it was kind of like flipped a lot of the books that I've read, like the Shadowhunter books, on its head, specifically Mortal Instruments, because the character that kind of walked into this supernatural world, for lack of a better way of putting it, was the male character, and the female character that was like teaching him the ways and had kind of the darker history and the darker past and was the troubled soul in it, which I don't know, tell me if you agree with this or not, but I think I found that in a lot of the contemporary fantasies that I've read, it tends to be the female character that kind of ends up in the situation, and then it's like the male with the dark history and like the troubled past and broodiness that is like the one that teaches her and becomes the love interest and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of flipped it on its head, which was quite nice as well. If you want an audiobook to listen to, then I definitely suggest listening to Let the Sky Fall. I will definitely be acquiring the physical form of this book and probably rereading it in the like next year or two. It's one of those kinds of books, one of those books I'd like to reread. I highly recommend this book. I ended up giving it a 4.5 out of 5 stars because I found it really funny.